From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. Hope everyone out there had a fantastic weekend. Yesterday was kind of weird. There were portions of sunshine, then clouds, and then the winds were a consistent theme throughout the course of the day. For tonight, frost could come back to the valleys. That could happen for tomorrow night as well. Wet weather going to return for Friday and beyond. Not just a wet storm system, maybe a little bit wintry for our mountain passes. High temperatures staying in the 50s and 60s through Saturday. For lower elevations, could be a little bit cooler by Sunday. Visibility not looking too hot right now for Oregon 204 or Interstate 90. So if you're traveling on either of those highways, just of course be sure to take it slow and use the low beams, especially as you run into some of those thicker patches of fog. Winds still out of the south and west for the basin and the foothills. These are calming down, though. They're going to continue to calm down throughout the rest of this morning and throughout the rest of this Monday. 30s and 40s this morning across the map. You'll need some sort of jacket as you're headed out the front door. Your day planner, 40s and 50s around lunchtime, 50s and 60s for the warmest part of the day. But again, a little bit cooler for this weekend. Rain chances going way up for this weekend. I'll talk about both of those things coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a national movement made its way to the Tri-Cities this weekend, drawing crowds and conversation. We have why demonstrators say they're defending democracy and what critics are saying about the protests. And 2 dogs narrowly escape a house fire in Kittitas Valley, and firefighters say closed doors inside the home played a huge role. What officials want every homeowner to know is straight ahead. And Christ the King Catholic School has been shaping young minds in Richland for about 70 years, from floors that haven't changed to lessons in service. The school is teaching more than just academics, it's teaching community. And we'll take a deep dive into the difference these students are making for their community. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Monday, October 20th. We have a lot of stories to get to, so we're going to get right into them, and we're starting off in Ellensburg. That's where firefighters in Kittitas Valley rescued 2 dogs from a house fire on Alford Road. This was north of Ellensburg Friday morning. Officials say closed doors inside the home helped slow the spread of the fire, allowing the dogs to be saved. When crews arrived, the fire was burning underneath the house. This prompted an hours-long response. Firefighters provided first aid to the 2 dogs and transported them to a nearby hospital. Both animals are reported to be in good condition. And fire officials are reminding homeowners to keep doors closed inside their homes, and this helps slow the spread of fire. And also they're reminding people to check your heating appliances and clean chimneys as temperatures drop this fall. Now on to a crime alert in Benton County, where extra patrols kept deputies busy this past Saturday night. So if you take a look at your screen, Benton County officers were out running traffic stops and keeping an eye on the roads. Now, shortly after 3 in the morning, they pulled over a driver and arrested them on suspicion of DUI. No other details have been released at this time, but authorities say the investigation is ongoing. And 2 people are behind bars after a road rage incident that started with a minor fender bender in Moses Lake. So police say it all began Thursday evening when a driver left the scene of a minor crash in a parking lot, prompting the victim to follow them and flag them down. So that's when things escalated. Officers say the suspect and a passenger allegedly confronted the victim with the firearm before that victim ran away. Police later tracked the pair to a home on Lakeshore Drive. That's where the tactical response team helped make the arrests without further incident. Both suspects are now in jail facing multiple charges. This includes first-degree assault, felony harassment, and hit and run. And investigators say the case is still ongoing. And over the roadways over the weekend, Benton County deputies were called to the scene of a 2-car crash near the intersection of Vowles Road and Carlson Road. Officials say the crash occurred due to inattention and distracted driving, which caused both cars to collide and block the roadway. Emergency responders quickly arrived on scene to assess the situation. The driver found to be at fault was issued a violation and citation, and 2 individuals involved in the crash were transported to a nearby hospital for observation and treatment. But authorities report that the injuries sustained were minor and no life-threatening conditions were reported. Sheriff's deputies are reminding drivers to remain attentive behind the wheel and avoid distractions, emphasizing the dangers of distracted driving and the importance of following traffic laws, and that's to prevent incidents like this from occurring in the future. Now to a follow-up on the No Kings protest, which happened over the weekend. A large group of demonstrators gathered along Columbia Center Boulevard. Now, the event was part of a nationwide movement called the No Kings Protest 2.0. This drew participants across the country, and here in the Tri-Cities, the local event was organized by Indivisible Tri-Cities. This marks the second time the group has hosted a protest under this name. Now we spoke with the group's founder, Lauren Malone, who shared more about the goals behind the demonstration.
I mean, it's all about defending our democracy, and we've seen that our democracy right now is under threat. When there's not a balance of power, when there are checks and balances, then one person makes a decision, and that's what happens when a king is around. So we're here to say we want our democracy, we want our freedom, we want our elected representatives to go to the Capitol and work.
The protests were peaceful, and organizers say they plan to continue raising awareness through civic engagement. Critics, however, argued the events are politically motivated and risk deepening divisions. The president, speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One, responded to the protests, saying he respects Americans' right to demonstrate but disagrees with their message. He went on to dismiss the protests as a joke, saying those who participated are not representative of this country. Making a difference this morning, while many schools throughout the Tri-Cities incorporate community service into their curriculum, one local school in Richland makes it a central focus. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with school officials at Christ the King about how service is shaping their students.
Christ the King Catholic School has been a staple in Richland for nearly 70 years. The preschool through 8th grade school, which was once taught almost entirely by Catholic nuns, is one of the oldest in the Tri-Cities. And even after all these years, school leaders say much of it still looks and even feels the same.
The joke we like to say is that most of the elementary and middle schools in the area have had 2 or 3 iterations, but it's still the same Christ the King from 70 years ago. We have a lot of alumni who come in and the floor tiles are the same, and it still smells the same. So we have a deep history and legacy here within Tri-Cities.
But no matter how much time has passed, service remains at the heart of what Christ the King does, teaching students the value of giving back to their community.
All of the students participate in service projects. Each of the classes do. So we have a group called the Mini Vinnies, so they work with our St. Vincent de Paul, and we have individual service projects for each of the classrooms.
One such project helps collect diapers for a local charity to help get young families back on their feet.
2nd grade right now is collecting diapers for a diaper drive for the Prepares program, which is a program through Catholic Charities that helps young families to get on their feet.
The school's middle schoolers also hold an annual canned food drive where students collect more than 10,000 cans, but officials say that they are open to all kinds of different projects.
School officials at Christ the King tell me that these projects are fundamental for students both in their personal and academic growth, as well as students' continual pursuit of being lifelong learners.
We want our kids to grow up, our students to grow up and understand that they are part of a wider community, and in order to make a community a beautiful place to be, it requires more of them than just showing up. It requires that they show up with a good attitude.
Christ the King continues to focus on teaching the next generation to be good people and good stewards of the community. In Richland, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, William. Now, Christ the King holds several fundraisers throughout the year, and that includes the popular Sausage Fest, which has been running since 1977. All right, keep it here, because coming up next, could feeding peanuts to babies actually prevent allergies? A new study suggests introducing certain foods early could cut the risk of food allergies nearly in half. With the findings and how it could change how parents approach infant nutrition. That full breakdown is coming up in your health headlines. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your First Alert weather forecast. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads.
Plus, the local expertise to connect you with new customers. Wherever your market is, we'll get results to build your business. Phase 3 Digital. Contact us today.
Legacy lives in the people who've made this place home. For decades, Hapo and Community First Bank have been part of that legacy. Different names, same mission, invested in every relationship. We're coming together to keep building what matters, because legacy doesn't end. It lives on in every loan, every dream, every member helped.
Hi, welcome to Hapo. Sleep well tonight. Research shows that women who get less than 6 hours of sleep each night have a greater risk of breast cancer. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Memorial Health, now scheduling mammograms with your health and safety in mind. This is how we care.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll talk about the frost potential for the valleys here in just a second. But first, here's your coatcast for this Monday for the Tri-Cities. Heavy jacket weather for this morning. And then we're looking at light jacket weather for the rest of the day as high temperature is going to get up around 60. So for today, for lower elevations, 57 to 62. That looks like it's going to be the range. Mostly sunny skies. Another beautiful fall day on tap, just like a lot of the days we had last week. And high temperature is going to stay in this territory at least through Saturday. A little bit cooler by the time we get to Sunday. So in the Tri-Cities, low 60s through Wednesday. We'll have a day of mid 60s for Thursday, back into the low 60s for Friday and Saturday, and then struggling to make it out of the 50s for Sunday. So let's take it back to tonight and tomorrow night. Frost going to be possible in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, especially in the Kittitas Valley. Remember, that magic number we look for is 32 degrees. That's the freezing threshold. So we're going to be at that for the Kittitas Valley, very close in the upper Yakima Valley. And then by Tuesday night, see the Tri-Cities getting pretty close to that, but still right at 32 in the Kittitas Valley. So in those relevant locations, be sure to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. Now, the good news, kind of good news, bad news, right? The good news is that looks like those overnight lows going to go up for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but closer to that freezing threshold once again for Saturday and Sunday. So that is a big story for this weekend, but the much bigger story is going to be the return of rainfall. We're talking a lot of it, especially for the mountains, and maybe even a little bit of snowfall for the mountains as well. I'll talk about both those things coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In your health headlines this morning, we're talking about a dramatic drop in peanut allergies, falling by nearly half. That's according to a new study, which also shows that other food allergies are declining among children. This follows a shift in guidelines advising parents to introduce certain foods much earlier than before. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the details.
This morning, a new study shows feeding peanuts early may help reduce food allergies in children by nearly 50%.
This study confirms what research has shown for over a decade. It's that the early introduction of allergenic foods, in this case, peanuts in young children and babies, can reduce the risk of food allergies long term.
Researchers in Philadelphia found peanut allergies in young children fell by 43%, and overall food allergies dropped by about 1/3. This after the American Academy of Pediatrics released new infant feeding guidelines in 2015 and again in 2017, encouraging parents to introduce peanuts and other allergenic foods at around 4 to 6 months of age.
That not only includes peanuts and eggs, but also dairy, wheat, fish, shellfish, soy, sesame, tree nuts. That actually might teach young developing gut immunity that certain foods are friends and not enemies, thus reducing the risk of a food allergy later on in life.
Researchers analyzed the health records of about 40,000 children. They found egg allergies became the most common food-related allergy in recent years, while peanut and milk allergies became less common.
Now, approximately 1 to 2% of people in the U.S. have a peanut allergy, translating to over 6 million Americans. Despite the good news on peanut allergies, experts say more study is needed on kids who are Black, Asian, and Hispanic. All right, keep it here because coming up next, Josh Colbreth is back with how your weather is looking. It's all coming up in his full First Alert weather forecast, and that is in just a few minutes after the break.
Resilience. At Shriners Children's, we're leaders in pediatric sports medicine. With expertise in sprains, tears, fractures, and other sports-related injuries, we're here to deliver the best care in the business and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. Because every great comeback starts with a game plan for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Don't leave it to chance. Trust Vance to install your new Daikin heating and cooling system. Get our best deal of the season with low monthly payments and special financing. Call today to schedule your free consultation with a Vance system designer.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts, sponsored by Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, proudly awards Isabella of Pasco a new bicycle for being a community role model. Click Bikes for Tykes at applevalleynewsnow.com to find out more.
Apple Valley News Now is Grandview.
Apple Valley News Now is Ellensburg.
Apple Valley News Now is Stanfield.
Apple Valley News Now is Pasco. Our broadcast center may be in Kennewick, but Apple Valley News Now is everywhere.
From the Blues in the east to the Cascades in the west, one television station is everywhere you want us to be, leading the way with local news you trust. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
We are on your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be another gorgeous fall day out there. Now, we have some more active weather that's going to return for Friday and into the weekend, which I know a lot of you are, why is that going to happen again? But take in the magnificent weather we're going to have for Monday. A lot of sunshine for lower elevations. Can't rule out a shower or two up in the Cascades. We're going to be in the 40s and 50s for the Cascades and Blues, and we'll be in the 50s and 60s for lower elevations. So beautiful weather, just like what we had for a lot of last week. But like I mentioned, rain going to come back just in time for the weekend once again, Friday and into the weekend. So here are those those precip chances in Yakima. We'll essentially have the exact same forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday as we'll have for Monday. Maybe a few more clouds on Thursday in anticipation for this. Rain chances going sky high for Friday through Sunday, 60 to 70% chances. So, and then, well, just for good measure, we'll show you what it looks like in the Tri-Cities as well, 50 to 60% chances. But all that to say, going to be very active as we head into this weekend. So here are some of the rainfall totals we're expecting for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Keep in mind, this is 5 to 7 days out, so all these numbers will change. I just want to give you an early indication of what we're thinking. The Cascades could get blasted with moisture. This is rainfall and melted snowfall, so 3 to 3.5 inches. We'll watch for the potential of some localized flooding very closely, but even for lower elevations, 0.3 to 0.5 for the valleys, 0.3 for the basin, 0.4 to 0.7 for the foothills, and over an inch of rainfall and melted snowfall for the Blue Mountains. And not just a wet storm system, could be a little bit wintry as well. Snow levels going down for Saturday and Sunday, so some of our mountain passes could be a little bit snowy. This is for Saturday and Sunday. Again, 6 to 7 days out. This is subject to change, but we're thinking 5 to 6 inches for now for our Cascade passes, 1 to 3 inches for Blue Mountain passes. I would have vested interest in this forecast if you plan to go to the west side for this weekend. Okay, here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mostly sunny with low to mid 60s through Friday. Rain likely Friday through Sunday. In Yakima, dry for most of the week, but the pattern turns much wetter for Friday and into the weekend. For Ellensburg, a run of mostly sunny skies and a 59s through Thursday, then cooler and wetter Friday and beyond. For Hermiston, perfect fall weather for most of this week, then rain likely Friday through Sunday. And finally, for Walla Walla, a dry and mild pattern through Thursday, then a pattern flip for Friday and beyond.
It's definitely feeling like fall.
Definitely. So are you a fan of the rain that's coming in for the weekend? I would guess probably not.
No, it can, I'm fine with the rain during the week, but the weekend, no.
And it's been like that now for the,
yeah.
I feel like the past 3 weekends, I'm losing track a little bit.
What's going on? I need to stop.
I don't know. I'm not happy. I'm happy with the rain.
Weather.
I just wish if we're going to have rainy days and Mondays, just make them be on the same day.
Exactly. Get out the bad, early on.
Yes.
All right, keep it here because coming up next, we're talking everything from Hollywood legends to rising stars. The spotlight was on talent and inspiration at Variety's star-studded award celebration. We'll hear from those honored over the weekend. All of that is coming up in your entertainment news after the break.
It's a fact of life. Traffic accidents happen no matter how careful we are. If you've been injured, you may lose income, and there probably will be bills to pay. You have some important decisions to make. Why not get some professional help?
For 46 years, CG Public House has been a Tri-Cities tradition, family-owned, locally rooted, and proud to support Northwest ranchers. Now they've partnered with Pendleton Beef to bring you great-tasting beef, the way it was meant to be. Grass-fed and ranch-raised by local ranchers who care. Come taste the difference. Pendleton Beef, now available at CG Public House.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
It is Operation Best Friend every Wednesday as we feature lovable pets from area shelters all looking for their forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Christine Connolly, As You Wish Real Estate Services, and the Manthai Group Cross Country Mortgage.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads.
Plus, the local expertise to connect you with new customers. Wherever your market is, we'll get results to build your business. Phase 3 Digital. Contact us today.
It's a fact of life. Traffic accidents happen no matter how careful we are. If you've been injured, you may lose income, and there probably will be bills to pay. You have some important decisions to make. Why not get some professional help?
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment headlines, Hollywood's brightest stars hit the carpet this weekend for Variety's annual celebration. We're talking Scarlett Johansson, Mark Hamill, and Brendan Fraser. They all took home prestigious awards.
And Variety's 10 actors to watch were also honored, spotlighting the next generation of talent. Jory Rand has highlights from the red carpet.
Walking the festival's carpet this year were some of the brightest stars in Hollywood.
Hopefully I can pay it forward, and inspire other actors and other female directors to do the work that is inspiring and challenging to them.
Scarlett Johansson being honored with Variety's Legend and Groundbreaker Award, and Mark Hamill and Brendan Fraser both getting the Icon Award.
I always thought of myself as a working stiff. That's all I aspired to be. So when something like this happens, it's hard to process. I mean, I'm very grateful, but it's very unexpected.
It's a hefty veneration, isn't it? I think it's humbling. I think it's going to take some getting used to. And maybe I could get used to this really quick. Who knows? Let's find out.
Also on the carpet, Variety's 2025 10 actors to watch.
Being on this list, it's really special, I think this list is stacked with incredible artists who have made an impact this year, and to be a part of that is special.
I'm living my dream, sort of being an actor and a writer and doing what I love and getting to tell the stories that I really resonate with, and hopefully for other people too. So anything like this that, comes on top is just like the cherry on top.
You were just talking about how every time you see Brendan Fraser, you think of the Mummy ride at Universal, and that's one of our. We just found out that it's one of our favorite rides. There's a part where it's like there's fire just going up, and then it gives you like a little warm feeling.
Feel the heat. If you haven't done
especially when you're
eyebrows
cold.
in a while, they'll be sort of.
We just thought of that, and I'm like, yep, great ride. If you haven't tried it out, try it. All right, keep it here because coming up next, Yakima County voters are heading to the polls for a third time to weigh in on pot shops. And your vote could shape whether more shops and large-scale growing is allowed. Plus, Kennewick's newest hangout isn't for humans, it's for dogs. The new dog park opened over the weekend. Our crews were there, so we'll have an inside look at the opening. It's all coming up in our 6:30 half hour.
Escape the noise. Step inside Sage Spa at Legends Casino Hotel, where serenity meets luxury. Indulge in rejuvenating treatments, expert care, and the peaceful reset you've been craving. From soothing body rituals and revitalizing facials to wellness pods and more, Sage Spa is your moment to truly unwind. Treat yourself to the experience you deserve. Book your escape today at Sage Spa, exclusively at Legends Casino Hotel.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make a little one feel like a giant, can bring sparkle to a teenager, or be the unspoken language between best buddies. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch as they welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today.
Get this exceptional offer on select Cadillac models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, we're kind of getting nice weather today. The rain's coming towards the later end of the week.
Yeah, I would say if I had to give like a thumbs up, thumbs middle, thumbs down forecast, I'd say Monday through Wednesday, thumbs up. Thursday, more clouds building, so that's going,
I know.
And then Friday through.
We were talking about how it should be flip-flopped. We should have the rain now, and then the weekend should be clear. But that's not what we're getting.
So is life, right?
Yeah.
All right, here are the big weather stories moving forward. Valley frost going to be possible again for tonight and tomorrow night. And then the wet weather, aforementioned wet weather we were just talking about, going to come in for Friday and beyond. Not just a very wet storm system, also a little bit of a wintry storm system, as snow will be possible for mountain passes. We'll have much more to say about that a little bit later in the show and later in the week. High temperatures staying in the 50s and 60s for lower elevations through Saturday, a little bit cooler for Sunday. Visibility still not fantastic for Oregon 204, Interstate 90, so of course use the low beams as you run into those patches of fog this morning. Wind gusts calming down. Yesterday it was very blustery. This morning, starting to see the tail end of the gusts. Still a little bit breezy for the foothills and for the basin, but again, these are on the downward trend. Temperatures 30s and 40s this morning. All of us need some sort of jacket as you're headed out the front door. Your hourly forecast for this Monday in the Tri-Cities is going to be in the mid-50s for lunchtime, low 60s for the warmest part of the day. A lot of sunshine for lower elevations. Highs bouncing between 57 and 62. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of this magnificent Monday forecast that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. We begin this half hour of news in Yakima, where voters have a chance once again to weigh in on retail cannabis in unincorporated areas of Yakima County this November 4th. So Proposition 1 asks voters if the ban on retail cannabis sales and large-scale growing should remain. This is the third advisory vote on this issue after residents voted twice before to keep the ban. Unincorporated areas refer to places outside city limits. These are places like Terrace Heights. Now, voting yes means keeping the ban on cannabis sales and growing. As for a no vote, here's more on what exactly that would mean.
So a no vote means that you would like to see more retail cannabis shops all over Yakima County, as well as you would like to see cannabis grown in large scale.
It's important to note this is an advisory vote, so even if voters decide to maintain or lift the ban, the Board of Commissioners will have clear guidance from the community, but they're not required to act in favor of the majority of what voters decide on. Talking local living now, the Columbia River Dog Park in Kennewick officially opened this past Saturday. The dogs were unleashed, literally. So starting off with a ribbon cutting ceremony, pups of all shapes and sizes took to the over 3-acre space of green grass. And getting into the Halloween spirit early, a dog costume contest was held. Several tents were set up that were serving food both for dogs and humans, and there was pet training services as well.
The love of the four-legged family member just opens up so many channels of communications. And then people talk about stuff like, what do I feed them? What's your best vet, for example, or that kind of stuff. So it allows people to interact in a very positive way. And the dogs support that kind of thing.
The dog park is on the Columbia Park Trail just east of the Playground of Dreams, and hours for the park are from sunrise to sunset. And coming up next, every parent wants their baby to sleep safely and comfortably, and Consumer Reports is offering advice for parents on how to make bedtime both cozy and safe. All those details are coming up on the other side of the break.
Jay Dalia, Jessica Jalal, and Josh Colbreth. Good morning, Northwest from Apple Valley News Now.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down.
We were starting a business from the ground up.
People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
Want your home or business to remain clean? Here to meet all your janitorial needs, R&S Janitorial Services. They have serviced the Valley for over 20 years, specialized in cleaning all offices and businesses to warehouses, commercial buildings, and more. R&S keeps the inside of your business or workplace clean and professional at all times. You keep doing what you do best and let R&S do the rest. Call R&S Janitorial Services at 509-840-7100 today.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
They're not fancy. No leather seats, no powerful sound systems, but they have wheels, seat belts, and AC. These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens. Because Apple Valley News Now is everywhere you need us to be.
Reporting in Yakima,
Hermiston, Kennewick, Walla Walla.
From the Blues to the Cascades, one television station leads the way with local news you trust. Oh, and when you see one of our cruisers, please go ahead and wave. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's take you on that zone-by-zone tour of this, again, magnificent Monday forecast. Mostly sunny skies for lower elevations. Will be a little bit breezy at times for some of us, but I think the wind gusts are going to be calming down throughout the course of the day. Mid-50s in the Kittitas Valley, low 60s up and down the Yakima Valley. Plenty of sunshine here. A little bit breezy this morning in the lower Columbia Basin as well. Low to mid-60s and maybe even some upper 50s down towards Boardman. Then for the Blue Foothills, also around 60 degrees. will be in the 40s and 50s for the highest elevations of the Blue Mountains, and a little bit breezy this morning for the Bluefoot Hills as well. Okay, high temperature is going to stay pretty steady around what you just saw on the map there through Saturday, but Sunday is when we start to cool things off a little bit more. So in the Yakima Valley, low 60s through Thursday, pretty close to that for Friday as well, but you see starting to trend down into the mid 50s for Saturday and Sunday. Then in the Kittitas Valley, we could struggle to make it out of the 40s for Sunday. Speaking of the valleys, tonight, tomorrow night, there's going to be the potential for frost in both of the valleys. So for tonight, what we're looking for are those overnight lows that are 32 degrees or lower. Will be around that threshold for both of the valleys. Then for Tuesday night, it gets a little bit more interesting as we could be pretty close to that in the basin as well. So in those relevant locations, be sure to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. Good news, bad news. The good news is that overnight low is going to go up. The frost potential going down for Wednesday night and Thursday night, but starting to trend colder for this weekend. We'll have that to contend with. Also this, rain chances coming back for Friday and beyond, maybe some snow for mountain passes as well. We'll talk about all of it coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In today's Consumer Reports, October is SIDS Awareness Month, and it's a reminder for parents and caregivers that the wrong sleep setup can put babies in danger. Consumer Reports has found that some infant products that are marketed for sleep can actually increase the risk of injury, suffocation, or even sleep-related death. But there are simple ways to keep your baby safe and comfortable throughout the night.
Even though this is her second baby, Montserrat Vargas still worries about sudden infant death syndrome and makes sure her 3-month-old baby is safe in his bassinet.
He's always swaddled. There is nothing around him. No pillows, no toys, no blankets.
Inside the crib, less is always safer. No bumpers, no stuffed toys, and no pillows. Mobiles are fine if they're securely fastened, out of reach, and free of small parts. Skip the blankets and weighted products as they can increase the risk of suffocation.
A swaddle can really help a newborn feel secure and sleep better. The key is making sure it's non-weighted and stop swaddling them when they begin to try to roll over, typically around 2 to 4 months old.
For older babies, a non-weighted wearable blanket or sleep sack keeps them warm without danger. Bed sharing can be tempting. However, the American Academy of Pediatrics advises against bed sharing, even for naps. Keeping your baby's crib or bassinet in your room is the safer option. It can actually reduce the risk of sudden infant death syndrome by as much as 50%. And while nursing pillows are helpful for feedings, they should never be used for sleep.
Over 150 babies died in incidents involving nursing pillows between 2010 and 2022, according to the Consumer Product Safety Commission. It's important to buy the right kind of nursing pillow and to not ever use one for infant sleep.
The same goes for inclined sleepers. They were banned in 2022 after being linked to infant deaths. A flat, firm crib or bassinet is the only safe place for a sleeping baby. But CR found that not all bassinets are truly flat.
Sierra's safety test found that the popular Halo Bassinest Flex portable bassinet, which uses a cantilevered structure, tends to tilt to one side instead of staying flat, confirming reports from parents and online reviews.
CR's testers evaluate bassinets for safety, convenience, and ease of assembly. This is Luz Plasencia.
And you can put your baby in a bouncer for supervised play, but Consumer Reports experts say that if your baby starts to doze off, always transfer them to a flat crib or bassinet. Same thing goes if they fall asleep in a car seat. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh is back with your full First Alert weather forecast. It's all on the other side of the break.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys.
Because when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. Like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all Silverado 1500 models.
See your community Chevy dealers.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
Ghirardelli caramel and chocolate, they're great on their own, but together, it's like the Watson to your Sherlock, the SpongeBob to your Patrick, the bestie to your spa day, the apprentice to your sensei, the partner to your picnic, the hero to your sidekick, the caramel to your chocolate, the chocolate to your caramel. Perfect pairs, share a square. Ghirardelli makes life a bite better.
Time to get clean!
Yes, but that liquid detergent leaves you covered in harsh chemical residue. Not Earth Breeze. Just one sheet gives you a powerful clean.
Switch now at earthbreeze.com.
Wish your home looked something like this or this. How about this? Well, wish no more, because getting the home of your dreams is easy during the final days of the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Shop sofas and sectionals, dining groups, bedrooms, and get 30% off our Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice plush, or score 60 months no interest. But hurry, the home makeover sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts, sponsored by Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, proudly awards Isabella of Pasco a new bicycle for being a community role model. Click Bikes for Tykes at applevalleynewsnow.com to find out more.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Kraken, Flyers. Coverage begins at 4 today on MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll talk about the rain chances we'll have for Friday and beyond in just a second. But first, for today, another beautiful fall day out there. A lot of sunshine for lower elevations, more clouds up in the mountains, maybe even a shower or two for the Cascades. And high temperature is going to be in that similar territory that we saw for pretty much all last week. 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 40s and 50s up in the mountains. Okay, here we go again. Rain chances going to return for Friday and beyond. I think this is now 3-ish weekends in a row where we've seen rain chances right on top of the weekend. So if you have outdoor plans, I'm sorry, but we do need the rainfall. So here in the Tri-Cities and really for all lower elevation spots, the forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday, very similar to Monday. Maybe a few more clouds for Thursday. In anticipation for this storm system, and then for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, rain chances looking likely at this point. This is still 5 to 7 days out. So with that in mind, these numbers will change, but this is an early indication of what we're thinking for the storm system. Look at this, 3 to 3.5 inches of rainfall. Some of this would be melted snowfall as well, but that would be up in the Cascades. We'll watch this very closely for some localized flooding and excess runoff, especially in and around some of those smaller streams, but 0.3 to 0.5 inches of rain even for the valleys, 0.3 inches for the basin, 0.4 to 0.7 for the foothills, over an inch for the blue. Some of that could be melted snowfall as well. So beneficial stuff in that regard, but snow levels dropping down for Saturday and Sunday. Some of our mountain passes could be a little bit snowy. 6-7 days out, so also subject to change, but maybe around a half a foot of snow for some of our passes in the Cascades, 1 to 3 inches for the blues. If this holds true, I would have vested interest in this forecast, especially if you plan on traveling to the west side for this weekend. But again, all these numbers are going to fluctuate throughout the week. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mostly sunny with a low to mid-60s through Friday. Rain likely Friday through Sunday. In Yakima, dry for most of the week, but the pattern turns much wetter for Friday and into the weekend. In Ellensburg, a run of mostly sunny skies and 59s through Thursday, then cooler and wetter Friday and beyond. For Hermiston, perfect fall weather for most of this week, then rain likely Friday through Sunday. And finally, for Walla Walla, a dry and mild pattern through Thursday, then a pattern flip for Friday and beyond. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a special honor for our very own Robin Roberts.
3.
As the Robin Roberts Broadcast Media Center opens its doors at Southeastern Louisiana University.
I see the new building as an opportunity. It is a fresh start for the university and really makes Southeastern a staple as, yes, we are here and we can make an impact.
Now, for the very first time, Robin seeing her name on the side of the campus's largest student building.
Woo. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Dad.
Touring the facility and seeing the vision come to life.
This is a up-and-coming multimedia master's dream building. We want to thank you.
Coming up at 7 a.m., more from inside the state-of-the-art facility. With your GMA First Look, I'm Maggie Ruley, ABC News, New York.
My generalized myasthenia gravis was unpredictable and limited what I could do. But Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living. It is reduced muscle weakness, and Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year. For a predictable routine, I can count on.
Ultomiris may lower your ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal and other infections, which may become life-threatening or fatal. Complete or update meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before you start. If treatment is urgent, you should receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Don't start if you have a meningococcal infection. Infusion reactions may include back, belly, limb, or chest pain, muscle spasms, blood pressure changes, tiredness, shaking chills, bad taste, breathing problems, or face, tongue, or throat swelling. Ultomiris is continuous symptom control. Talk to your neurologist today.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:50. It's time for your morning sprint. We start off with your national headlines. President Donald Trump says his administration will cut off all funding to the country of Colombia. The president made that announcement on social media yesterday. President Trump accused Colombia's president, Gustavo Petro, of doing nothing to stop the production of drugs in his country. The president said Colombia's inaction has happened despite U.S. payments to the South American nation. The United States has provided about $210 million in aid to Colombia this fiscal year. And in the past, the U.S. has provided billions of dollars each year to help Colombia's security. In your business headlines, Panera Bread is testing out some new premium specialty beverage options in select cities and locations. The drinks are called Frescas and Energy Refreshers. They come with an infusion of real fruit with 2 flavor options. So the Frescas are caffeine-free while the Energy Refreshers contain caffeine. The 12-week test run is currently underway at 65 locations throughout Nashville, Baltimore, and Mobile, Pensacola through January 6th. Now to your health headlines this morning. Another cinnamon product has been recalled due to a possible lead contamination. The latest recall involves the Heyte brand cinnamon powder. This was sold in an 8-ounce square bottle with the best by date of February 9th, 2025. The product was sold at various supermarkets nationwide. The FDA says no injuries or illnesses have been reported in connection to this specific recall, but consumers should return the product to the store for a full refund. Talking sports this morning, Apple and Formula One Media are announcing a new streaming deal. The 5-year exclusive partnership is worth nearly $750 million. Starting in 2026, all F1 sports races will be streaming on Apple TV in the U.S. And according to reports, Apple TV will offer Formula One practice, sprint sessions, and Grand Prix races to U.S. subscribers. The new deal comes after months of negotiations. Now to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. First up, many people gathered along Columbia Center Boulevard in Kennewick, and this was on Saturday for the No Kings Protest 2.0. It's a nationwide demonstration that calls for balance and accountability in government. Organizers say the movement is about protecting democracy and ensuring checks and balances. Critics argue the events are politically motivated and risk deepening divisions. The protests were peaceful, and organizers say they plan to continue raising awareness. And Benton County deputies responded to a two-car crash near Bowles Road and Carlson Road in Findlay. Authorities say it was caused by inattention and distracted driving. The crash left both vehicles blocking the roadway, which prompted a quick response from emergency crews. 2 individuals were taken to a local hospital for observation and minor injuries. Officials say the driver at fault received a citation, and deputies are reminding drivers to stay alert and avoid distractions behind the wheel, and this is to prevent accidents like this in the future. And 2 dogs are safe after a house fire in Kittitas Valley Friday. Firefighters say it started under the home but was slowed by closed doors inside the house. This gave crews time to rescue the animals and get them to a hospital. Officials are reminding residents to keep interior doors closed and maintain heating equipment to help prevent fires this fall. And Yakima County voters are weighing in on cannabis in unincorporated areas of the county. These are locations outside city limits like Terrace Heights. Previous advisory votes kept bans in place on both retail sales and large-scale cultivation. A yes vote maintains those restrictions, while a no vote would open the door to more cannabis shops and larger-scale growing operations. While the advisory vote doesn't legally bind the Board of Commissioners, it provides clear guidance on public sentiment. And voters have until 8 p.m. on November 4th to drop their ballots off. And the Columbia River Dog Park officially opened this past Saturday in Kennewick. This gave local pups a new 3-acre space to run, play, and socialize. The day kicked off with a ribbon cutting ceremony, followed by a dog costume contest that got both pets and owners in the Halloween spirit a little early. The park is located along Columbia Park Trail, just east of the Playground of Dreams, and it provides ample green space for dogs of all sizes. City officials say it's a safe, fun area where dogs can play off-leash, and the park is open daily from sunrise to sunset for everybody in the community to enjoy. Look at all them living their best life.
I love that.
So cute. All right, trending this morning, the Mega Millions jackpot has grown yet again after no ticket matched all 6 numbers in Friday's drawing.
The jackpot has now reached $650 million. That's the 10th largest amount in the game's history.
The last time there was a top 10 jackpot was December of 2024. So grab your tickets today because the next drawing will be held tomorrow. I love these because it reminds me like, oh, go get a ticket. You know, I still believe there's a chance.
Ted Lasso believe.
It might be a little tiny, little minuscule chance, but hey, I will take it. Glass half full.
I just, I disassociate from all the jackpot stuff because I just don't want to get my hopes up. I don't even like buying scratch-offs. They disappoint me so much, yeah.
Oh, no. So you're a glass half empty kind of guy? No, you're not.
No, I'm just not really a gambler.
What? I'm not a gambler. I don't have a problem.
That is buying into the jackpot is gambling.
I don't have a problem.
Even if you're buying a $1 ticket, I mean, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's all good fun. But yeah, anything fun in our weather? Well, there's a lot of rain going on at the end of the week, but
yes,
good temperatures and weather now.
Sunshine, 60s through Wednesday, Thursday. I'd say that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun stuff. Great time to go to the dog park. You got a couple of them to choose from now in the Tri-Cities. Okay, current visibility this morning. Fog is impacting U.S. Highway 12, Interstate 90, and Oregon 204. So for those highways and byways, just be sure that you are taking it slow and using the low beams as you run into some of those thicker patches of fog. It was a little bit gustier earlier this morning. The gusts are calming down, sort of left over from yesterday, so that's going to be the trend throughout the rest of this morning, throughout the rest of the day. Temperatures this morning, 30s and 40s, so all of us need a jacket, probably a heavier jacket as you're walking out the front door, but a little bit later today, just light jacket weather. So layers should probably be at the top of the mind for today. 50s and 60s for lower elevations, mostly sunny skies. Big weather stories moving forward. Frost going to be possible again in the valleys for tonight and tomorrow night. Wet weather returning for Friday and beyond. Jessica's really happy about that. And it could be a little bit wintry for this weekend as well. Not for lower elevations, but those mountain passes could get a little bit of snow. So if you plan on going over to the west side for this weekend, maybe just something to keep in mind.
The wet weather just reminds me I need to replace my tires soon. So yeah.
Soon and very
I
soon,
know.
yes.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest updates on our website. That's AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with Monday Night Football as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Detroit Lions. Seahawks play tonight as well. And Mariners could maybe go to the World Series tonight. Have a great day.
This almost flung out of my hand.